It started like every other quiet morning on Maple Street. Miss Lillian Carter, 72 years old, was watering her front porch flowers, the same porch she'd tended for nearly 50 years. But that peace shattered when two patrol cars screeched to a halt in front of her house. They claimed they were responding to a burglary in progress. Within seconds, things escalated: shouting, confusion, and then the unthinkable: shots fired. Neighbors screamed as Miss Lillian fell to the ground, clutching her shoulder. The officers stood frozen, realizing they'd just shot an unarmed grandmother in her own yard. Minutes later, a black SUV tore onto the scene. The door swung open, and a tall man in a dark suit stepped out, badge shining on his belt: Special Agent in Charge Marcus Carter, FBI. He looked at his mother, then at the officers. His voice was low, controlled, deadly calm. "Greater than, you two just made the biggest mistake of your lives." The cops tried to explain, but he was already on his radio. "Greater than, this is Agent Carter. I need internal affairs, DOJ civil rights, and a crime scene team at 154 Maple. Now." Within minutes, black sedans and unmarked SUVs surrounded the block. The same officers who had barked orders at an elderly woman were now being cuffed in front of cameras. Reporters arrived. The story spread like wildfire. "Greater than, racist officers shoot elderly black woman. Her son, the FBI director, responds personally." Weeks later, both cops were tried and convicted for civil rights violations and abuse of power. The police chief resigned under pressure. And Miss Lillian, she recovered, slowly, but with pride. When asked by reporters how she felt about what happened, she smiled gently and said, "Greater than, the Lord raised my son to seek justice. I guess today was his calling." Marcus placed his hand on her shoulder and whispered, "Greater than, they ended your peace, Mom. I ended their careers."